Hey, don't worry, pal. I can help clarify things for you. So, let's think about this real quick. What does it mean to be valuable? What does it mean to be something worthy of value? What does it mean to be worthy of weight in consideration? What are all the things that equate to having something be more valuable as opposed to another thing that's being valuable? So first, we can say right here, we got the freaking, we got expertise in the field of study, right? And then we have the technical proficiency, which no particular order necessarily right now. I haven't thought about it that deep, right? But we have all these different layers of liquid that are just uniquely just freaking separated for our own sake in this, what do you call it? Like I don't know, like a beaker or some shit. Get a thick ass beaker up in here. What are some other things that can help determine whether, let's say, our subject Anthony Fantano, right? So what are some other ways we can look at his value, I can't spell right now, value in terms of musical awareness. So we have this, we have like expertise, but what does expertise go into, right? It's like training. And then what does training go into? It's like, theory plus, whatever heckin', practice time, lab work, right? A lot of different things can equate to help fill up these individual parts of the whole equation is all I'm trying to say. And then proficiency would be more over here, huh? Proficiency would be more about how often do you practice and do you work and shit like that. So how about this right here? So what would this one be? I would say so this is an argument that I would make. I would say that creativity, right, is often associated with open-mindedness and divergent thinking, and creativity. Okay, here's the argument that I would make. And I'm not trying to make any huge absolute truths, any absolute universal fundamental rules of what dictates a certain thing to be what it is, right? But I would say that one of the guiding principles, one of the probably more essential components to having some sort of measurement in terms of the value of an art piece would be intent, would be a big thing. I think I got a booger in my nose. One second. I got a booger in my nose, but hey, check this out. Everybody in this whole world has a totally unique experience of the world, both internally, well, mainly just internally, yeah. I mean, externally, we all kind of share a similar reality, I guess, supposedly. But we all come from different places in life. We all grew up in different cultures and different families, family units. We grew up in all sorts of different things. What they call Bronfenbrenner's, what do you call it? Like his ecological system, his circle, where he describes that in the center of the circle of the individual, we have the individual. And then we have these other ecospheres in forms of layers outside of the individual. So we have Bronfenbrenner's social, whatever freaking ever, you can look it up. So this is the micro, which is me. And then this is the next immediate environment, which would be like family or neighborhood or friends. And then this would be like school, or be like church, or be like the YMCA, you know? And then this would be like, New York City. Or it would be like, Los Angeles. Or it could be like, Australia, mate. You know? And then everybody's got their own unique one of these. Everybody starts out with that. Social reality, the environment, all these things are predetermined, and we don't have any say in any of that. And that's also to say the same with our genetics and our biology too, which could be a sense, what do you call it? Like a sensibility or like a sensitivity to certain musical genres or maybe concepts or issues or topics at hand. Or maybe you just happen to like someone's voice more than someone next to you will, you know? And maybe it's something about the raspy, out of pitchness is what actually strikes you for, and then like, so we have that, right? So we have an example of this. This is what I'm trying to say, dude. It gets as deep as you can get, as you want to get with this shit. So we have out of pitch, pitch and raspy, right? So we have like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, and then literally like a billion gajillion times down this way. All these different sample sizes, all these different participants who are observing and perceiving the sound of this, right? But then also like the instrumentation matters a lot too. Like, this guy could be, what do you call it? Like a Bismarcky, right? Just a friend. And then like a common thing really for the out of pitch raspy is that with this shit is just like more authentic, supposedly, right? And it's like less polished. So in other words, it's more real or honest, right? So that's just one interpretation. That's just one thing that somebody from the alphabet of C, this person has that belief, right? And then maybe another person go to freaking G. They freaking are tone deaf, right? And they don't even notice in the first place that this is out of pitch, like this guy. And, you know, they don't notice that this guy is singing out of pitch, not in key. He notices, and then, or she notices, and then she's like, wow, like, there's actually a lot of intentionality behind this. There's more depth to it, right? Essentially what I'm trying to say is like, I don't want to make a complete absolute truth, but I do believe that for the most part, the deeper an art or an artifact or an artist, the deeper that these things are in the form of there is a world that you, the audience, are able to participate in and are able to explore, question your own discoveries that you see, and like, what is the author trying to tell me? What is the, you know, is this a reliable narrator? What are, like, am I being emotionally provoked right now? There's so many different layers that can come with an art piece, and the performance aspect comes with that as well. And like, or like the performance, the quality of the performance comes with the experience for the audience as well. You know, so that's really all I'm trying to say is like, Anthony Fantano has nothing. He literally has, I don't think he has anything to like work off of. You know, he doesn't have the musical proficiency. He does not have the freaking expertise. And off the rip, dude, I mean, like, there's, what else would there really be? You know? My feelies? How I feelies? Like the unexplainables? Alright, and then like articulateness. Articulate. And, you know, just being able to express oneself fluidly. Like, he's probably got this one, but he's kind of pompous. So it's, you know, it's like more of a freaking, I think it's more about him than it is about the art at that point, you know? When you're trying to incorporate your own attitude into your, like, I don't even know. I don't know how to explain it, really. But at the same time, dude, like I laugh at bad performances all the time. I don't give a frick, you know? And I do think there's a hierarchy. And I do think that there's a spectrum of value in the voices that are speaking about the world we live in. And I do believe that there are people that we should just not even give any value to for specific reasons, such as who are they? You know? Who are they? Oh, they're this guy, just like myself personally, just posting every day, and then they happen to make us freaking stick to people's brains because they're able to communicate something eloquently enough for people to be curious or to be satisfied with the delivery of whichever thing that Mr. Fantano is reviewing. You know what I'm trying to say? So, this is a whole different thing, though. My whole spiel, my whole gripe is literally just freaking, why is that guy the king? Why is that guy the king? He literally has nothing in his freaking Erlenmeyer flask, bro. He's got nothing in this mug. What else? There's probably so many different components up in here that he's missing, dude. It doesn't make sense to me. He doesn't belong on that seat. He just